mentioning a white guy, when you're mentioning a white guy, you never say this white guy. You say these guys. So why when you mention listen to me, why when you mention a black guy, you have to say this black guy? Say, but
Romanian language is coming from Latin language and Negro same.
Oh boy. Alright, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing 100% to the gospel, waking up and sealing the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. And salutation to you sincere Akimada that are pushing this gospel in righteousness and sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing a video on this is because I find it kind of funny, because people say all these things, and let me just go into the article, let me just give, because I have a in case it isn't here, maybe open it back up again. Let me go into the article because it gives a better explanation for what you just witnessed, what you just watched. Alright, so here it is. So this is the article right here. Video Dembaba confronting an assistant referee during PSG versus Besak Sheher. And it reads that Dembaba confronting an assistant referee during PSG versus Besak Sheher in the Champions League match. Dembaba confronting an assistant referee during PSG versus Besak Sheher. PSG and Besak Sheher match has been interrupted and likely suspended. The whole situation escalated because of an assistant referee who used the N-word. And he did not actually use the N-word. He used the word Negro or Negro, because in most of these European languages, the word for black is actually Negro. Going into the Spanish, it's Negro. I think in the Italian it's Negri. And the referee was actually a Romanian, so he used the word Negro. And I don't think I should be saying these words right now because YouTube will probably get on me like mad. Well, anyway, let me continue. Still, and let me continue. And the article even explains it here. It has to be said that the assistant referee is from Romania, where the N-word means black. Still, it seemed inappropriate and created a crazy reaction from Besak Sheher players. And then Baba went absolutely nuts against this assistant referee and confronting him about using the black word. So that right there is basically it. So this is what you have, this Dembaba, which is basically a football player. So he's already at the tail end of his career. So now he's playing for this club that I think this is a Turkish club. I know PSG, and he was playing with them for I've not been following football as strongly as I should do. I believe that was a Champions League match. And this is when this escalation actually happened. And what happened was that they had to postpone the match because all the players they refused to play. So they basically walked out the pitch, and now they had to postpone the match, and they also had to reprimand this referee for what he had said. So now I'm thinking what happened. So now what I'm thinking is, okay, what happened to black pride? What happened to I'm black and I'm proud? What happened to black is beautiful? When did being called black suddenly become racist? I thought all you simples, all you blacks out there, you took pride in it. There's this UK rapper, this British rapper, and I think the Akian that are living in London, that are living in the UK will know who I'm talking about. Dave that was going into that he made that song talking about how black is beautiful, black is all this and all that. So what happened to all that? Why is it suddenly that being called a Negro, being called black in another language suddenly become racist? Why is it creating an uproar in this way? It's not like the man used the N-word. Slack. Okay, so what's going on? That's the question that I was asking when I was listening to this. What's going on? Why is Jake, and of course this individual Dembaba is also an Israelite, because he comes from Slovakia. I have to go and check that out. I said I would do it before this video started, but I completely forgot. Maybe I was a little too hasty to make this video. But anyway, let me just check it out. Which country is actually from? Okay, he's from Senegal. Which of course the Senegalese are Israelites as well. I believe they are of the tribe of Benjamin. Anyway, going on. Yeah, they're definitely Benjamites. They got a lot of anyway. You got a lot of quick. You got a lot of fast people in that even in those areas like Senegal. You also have a lot of them that you know. They also have that Benjamin. A lot of them that have that spirit of Benjamin on them. But anyway, the saying this Dembaba is a Jake man, Israelites, and going into that actually reminds me of the courses. Where it talks about how we would be called by proverbs and bywords. Let me go to that. Deuteronomy 28. I guess I'm a little bit fast on this. Let me slow down a little bit. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh shall lead thee. So deep down in you Israelites, hearts of hearts, okay, especially the southern kingdom, this whole black shit is nothing more than a byword, and we bring this out every single day, man, every single video. Whenever we talk about how whenever we have to mention the word word black, we always use what we use either so-called black, or we use the black in quotation marks, because we understand that you are not black, okay? Because when you talk about that word, the black, a black individual, a black man or a black woman, you are speaking about based on skin color, and nobody's skin is that color, okay? You're different shades of brown, from a light brown to a deep dark brown. Nobody's skin is actually the color of black. And if you now go even deeper into the word black, into the meanings and the definitions of that word, you see. Okay, you see, like I was saying, and if you now go into the meaning and the definitions of the word, you see exactly what it means. You see exactly what it goes into, what it entails, and so many videos have come out on this fact. But you always have Jake always thinking that they still want to use that term, use that word. But now I have to go into the definition of that word, structure. Let me just quickly get it. I have an offline dictionary right here, and the reason why I want to use the offline dictionary is because you already know what you're going to get when you go to the online dictionary, and all the dictionaries say the exact same thing. Alright, so this is the definition of black: absorbing all light and reflecting none, dark and hueless, without light. Okay, and the rest of the definition is now going to what being dark skinned, which is not what that word black actually means. This is exactly what it means: devoid of all light, complete darkness. No matter which dictionary you go into, this is what you always see first: having no light, devoid of light, absorbing light. And if we now go into the word light as well, let me go to that, so you Jakes can understand what all this actually means. To be devoid of light, to have no light. Basically, this is just the first. Let me go to the second definition. Light, the second definition: a source of illumination, spiritual or mental illumination, enlightenment, useful information. And the fourth definition: facts, pieces of information, ideas, concepts, a notable person with a specific field a notable person within a specific field or discipline. And words have power, okay? We always talk about this, that the things that you see, they have power. That is a form of witchcraft in itself. So when you refer to yourself with such a negative word, which is what black is, this is what they are talking about, okay? Devoid of light, devoid of understanding, of spirituality, of good, rotten, corrupted, evil, black, okay? That's what this word means. That is why Esau had put you Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the light of the earth, the light of the true light of the world, the true illuminated ones, has put you using that as put you in that category. Basically, he has put you in that position as being called black, and he put himself as what? White, as the as the ones that are the lights, as the ones that are whites, okay? Because he understands, okay, what words mean. And these words are basically spells that you can use to bind yourself. That's why if you watch all these movies, if you go to all these movies, especially those ones about magic and the like, usually the words that they use, whenever they want to make their magic chant or to cast their spells, is always in Latin. And you know that the English, many of the words in English goes back to the Latin. There's a Latin translation for it, because he is showing you through these movies that he understands that these words have power. Okay, and these words is what he used to cast spells. What he use is what he uses for his witchcraft. What is used in the media the most, because you don't see the media. You don't see the media killing goats or lambs on a magic circle. You don't see them standing on an altar with wands in their hands and making and making incantations. What you see them do is they use words, they use images, they use pictures, they use just visual and audio representations to deceive people, to trick them into believing to trick them into believing what they want to believe. To basically to basically brainwash the simple. And that is what this same that is the same thing that he has done by calling you black, by calling you black men, black women, they're calling you blacks. Alright, so let me go to the book of Jeremiah. I'm mostly speaking of the southern kingdom here, or any Israelite that's has the look of a regular or something that is from the southern kingdom. Right, so this is the book of Jeremiah 2 verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Okay, so why are you people believing that you are black? Now, what kind of nation, specifically speaking of those that once again look like the southern kingdom? And now that I think about it, even the northern kingdom have been dragged into this, because you have so many northern kingdom brothers in this truth. Okay, I can say that almost every major camp in Great Millstone has northern kingdom Akim. I have so many Akim that look like can even pass off as Edomites, in our fold. But what do they still call us? What does the media still portray us as? They will put up pictures online, and you will clearly see. Okay, so-called Latino, so-called white, Israelites out there, along with the so-called the so-called Negroid Israelites, and the ones that they even display, the ones that they even bring out aren't even that dark skin, but they'll still call all of you, they'll still group all of you together in that same category of black Hebrew Israelites. Okay, showing you that that word, showing that the word doesn't even actually refer to your skin, but it's being used to put you as a byword, a proverb that is being used against you Israelites, man. Okay, so why would you refer to yourself with such a negative word? And that's why you see people in such a fallen state. That's why they're either gang banging or into thottery or some kind of whoredom, or some form of wickedness. That's why you always see people getting, whenever you look, you go into the news, you go into information about people, you always see them getting involved in some form of wickedness or some form of evil, because you are black and because you are N-words as well. And got to be careful. They don't want you shutting down this video because you use the word, you use the no word. But basically, that's why you see our people in this spirit that they are in right now, the spirits of being N-words, the spirit of being black, because that's what they have attributed to themselves. That's what they take pride in. This is the things that our people are prideful of. And let me get that. So I've forgotten the exact precepts. Ecclesiasticus 9:7. Yeah, I remember it now. Ecclesiastes, I think it's Ecclesiastes 9. I can't remember it. Basically, folly set in great dignity. Okay, Ecclesiastes 10 verse 6. I was off by a chapter. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes 10 verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. So this is what is lifted up in our society, being, especially by Jake, being black, being N-wordly, okay, being this grimy, wicked individual. You see all these rap videos going into adultery, going into black pride, like I just mentioned with that Dave. That video was big, everybody was bigging it up, going into wickedness, being evil, being unbrotherly to your fellow, to your fellow brother, to your fellow Israelite, but treating these heathen, these heathen that aren't even worth, that the whole what I'm looking for, that the whole planet of these heathen, that the whole nations of all these heathen aren't even worth one single Israelite, but you still treat them You still put them in a higher regard than your brother. You continue to be unbrotherly to your brother. You continue to be n-wordly to your brother. Okay, and this is all the things that this word black goes into. These are things that the word black, that being a black man, that being a n-word entails. Okay, so let me end it there. And I don't want to go too far into these rounds. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to bring that out, just a little bit to once again point out the simple fact that we are not black. We have never been black and will never be black. We are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. Okay, whether it's you so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos or Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. Okay, Native American and Seminole Indians. We are all the Israelites, and it's time to put off these bywords that Esau has put upon us, and it's time to reject them with all our beings before they start talking. You'll be as I was saying, it's time to reject them. Okay, so with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yawashai, Bahasham Racha Kodash, Wa Abad Babal, and through the Spirit. I hope you act when you act, you are edified. Shalom.